Okay.
Here we go. So guys, whenever a person says, how are you? It is important, it is very important to ask the question back, because sometimes I say, how are you? And you just say, fine. And well, that's good. But please remember to ask the other person, how are you? Okay? Or how are you doing? It is important to ask the question back. Hay que devolverle la pregunta al interlocutor. Okay? That's important in English. It's politeness. So it is important to say, how are you? How are you too? Or how are you doing? But you always say, how are you as well, okay? And let me check if there is someone new here. No, I don't think so. All right, guys. So let's start with the class here. Today our objective, guys, today is describing what some people look like and what they wear. Okay. So how are we going to do that? First, before we start with our topic, which is descriptions based on stereotypes, we are going to practice with some vocabulary we learned last week about transport. So you are going to ask me some questions about some means of transport that I have on a list, okay? So your mission is to guess what is the means of transport I am talking about. The second part of our class, we're going to check a video about stereotypes. Then we are going to check some vocabulary about descriptions, specifically about physical appearance and how to describe some pieces of clothing. We're going to have a listening activity. We are going to check pronunciation, especially because I checked your videos about transport. Some of you were very disciplined and did homework. Some others haven't done the homework yet. So it is important to check homework. If you happen to have problems with homework, please let me know. And we're going to check as well, because that's the objective of the session as well, the difference between present simple and present continuous. Maybe that's not gonna be number 6. Maybe we can go first before the listening activity with present simple and present continuous difference, which is a topic that by this moment you should handle better than maybe 1 year ago, but we're going to check and verify if you can differentiate the use of present simple and present continuous. And by the end, we're going to have a practice with your partners. Actually, here I see a problem, which is which one? Which one is blah, blah, blah. Here is which one. I don't know what happened here, guys. Okay, that's what we're going to do today. All right. Please remember, if you happen to have questions or problems during the class, you can raise your hand, and please wait until I say your name, until I call your name, and you can unmute your microphone. Okay, so please remember that. Here I have a picture of how it looks. So if you happen to have questions or you want to participate, it is important here, guys, to raise your hand. Please remember to raise your hand, okay? And wait for the teacher to call your name, and then you turn on your microphone, okay? It is important to do that. If you have questions, problems, if you want to participate, sorry, please raise your hand and wait for the teacher to call you. Okay, is that instruction clear to everybody?
Yes,
Yes, Richard. All right,
Yes.
great. So guys, please remember that, and let's start first, okay? As I maybe you remember that last class we were checking some information about transportation or transport or means of transport. We check some of the means of transport people usually use. In some of your videos, you presented very interesting information about other means of transport, and that was very interesting. So before we move on to the topic, which is description, okay? Descriptions specifically about people, I mean. I would like you to guess. I don't know if you remember what the word guess mean. Do you remember what the word guess mean, guys? The word guess? Yes? No? Hello? Do you guys remember the word guess?
The word is
Yes. When we have, when a person, for example, in my case, I am going to think about a mean of transport, okay? The teacher Diana, is going to think about one mean of transport, and your mission is to ask me questions about this means of transport and guess what is the means of transport. So guess is what you do when you create questions to discover what the mean of transport is, okay? So that is a synonym of guess. A synonym of guess, guys, is discover. Guess is a synonym, in this activity, guess is a synonym of discover, okay? Guess is a synonym of discover. So what's the idea? What's the idea? Oh my God, here I made something silly. Wait a sec. So what's the idea here, guys? I am going to think about, the teacher is going to think about, all right? Thinks about a mean of transportation, all right? A mean of transportation, and the student's mission, okay? And your mission is to discover what a mean of transportation is the teacher thinking about, okay? The students discover what mean of transportation the teacher is thinking about, okay? So in this moment, I have a notebook and I wrote a mean of transport in my notebook. Your mission is to discover what mean of transport I am thinking about, okay? Remember the instruction to start the activity. You're going to ask me questions about this mean of transport. And please raise your hand. Don't forget something important here. Raise your hand to participate. Don't unmute your microphone until the teacher calls your name. Is the instruction clear or is a little confusing? Please let me know.
it's clear, teacher.
It's clear.
Okay, so
Clear.
who wants to do it? Please raise your hand if you have a question for the teacher to discover what the mean of transport is. Please raise your hand. Okay, Natalia, what's your first question?
How many words have your mean of transportation?
Words or letter?
Word.
Words? Only one word?
How many words?
How many? I can
Wheels.
understand.
I think it's
Wheel.
wheels.
Wheels?
Wheels.
It has no wheels, Natalia. It doesn't have wheels. It doesn't have wheels, Natalia.
Okay.
Okay, next question, Rocio.
Hi, teach. Your transport in no pandemic is a bike.
No, it is not.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. And then we have Tatiana. Go on. What's your question, Tatiana?
What type of transport is it?
What do you mean? What type of transport? I don't understand the question. Can you please
Mean.
be? What do you mean? What? Can you give me an example?
Water.
Okay. No, land, earth, land,
Okay.
land. Good question. All right. And what about Ramiro? What's your question, Ramiro?
How many times do you use in the week?
How many?
Yes.
How many? Can you please repeat the question?
Yes. How many times do you use at the week?
I don't understand the question, Ramiro. It's not very clear.
How many times do you
Uh-huh.
use bus transport at the week?
The week. Me?
The week.
The teacher?
Yes.
I don't use it. I don't use it, Ramiro. I never use it.
Another question, another question. Is cheap
Okay.
or expensive?
It's very cheap. Well, it depends. It depends. Maybe get it, buy it. It's expensive, but then it's very cheap. It's extremely cheap.
Thank you.
Okay. Zaira, go on. Zaira, can you hear me? Zaira, can you hear me? Zaira, there might be a problem with your microphone because it is on, but I can't hear you. All right, there might be, maybe your headset is not so good or the earphone is not working. So try to speak while I listen. Okay, Mr. Patarroyo, what's your question? Carlos Patarroyo.
Here.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. How many people can to go in your mean of transport?
Okay, from 1 to 2, no more. The top is 2. Okay, Sandra Cerón, what's your question? Sandra Milena Cerón.
What is your favorite transportation?
What is my favorite transportation?
Yes.
Well, I don't really like to leave my house, but if you want what is my favorite transportation, I would say taxi. Yes. But remember, in this activity, Sandra, we have to discover the mean of transportation I am thinking about. So in this moment in my head, Sandra Ceron, I have one word and it's a mean of transport. Your mission is to discover what is the mean of transport. Okay, Sandra?
Okay.
All right, Rocio Romero, go on.
Hi, Diana. Your
Hello.
your transportation is taxi?
No, it is not.
How long do you normally take to work in transportation?
Can you
How
please
long?
repeat the question? How long?
How long
How
do
long?
you normally
Uh-huh.
do you normally take to work in transportation?
To work or to
Time.
go to work?
Go to the work.
Well, I have never go to work. I have never been to work in that mean of transport, but I guess it would be maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, maybe 2 hours.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Carlos Mario, go on.
How does it work?
How does it work?
Yes.
It runs. It only runs. Yes, it runs.
Are the engine?
No, there isn't an engine. No engine. Good question, Carlos. No engine. All right, Leah. What's your question, Leah?
It's necessary use a paddle for move transportation?
No, it's not. It is
No?
not necessary. No, it doesn't need a paddle. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Uh-huh. No? Natalia, go on. What's your question, Natalia?
Your transportation is animal traction?
Yes, it is. It is.
It's a horse?
Yes, it is. It is a horse. Excellent. All right. It is actually a horse. All right. Very good, Natalia. Okay, so my transportation, it's a horse. Okay, the one that I am thinking about. It is not my transportation. It is the one that I am thinking about, a horse. Okay. All right, let's do one more, but I need one student to think about a mean of transportation, okay? So who's the volunteer? Who wants to think about a mean of transportation? And the others guess. Is there a volunteer? Nicolas?
Yes, teacher.
So you think about the mean of transportation, your partners guess, yeah?
Okay, 1 minute. One moment.
1 minute? That's too much, right?
1 second.
Okay. But don't tell your mama.
No, teacher.
Right. Yes. Yes. That would be cheating. Ready, Nico? Hello?
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Eyes.
Okay. All right. So guys, Nicolas is thinking about a mean of transport. Please raise your hand to ask Nicolas questions about it. Please raise your hands to ask Nicolas the questions about this mean of transport. So, Tatiana Garzón.
How many letters does it have?
Okay. So, Nico.
Five letters.
Okay. All right. Next question. Hello. Questions?
Can you use this in the countries and cities self-time?
Yes.
Okay, guys, please remember to raise your hand and wait for the teacher to call your name, okay?
Sorry, I forget it.
Okay. Gerardo, go on.
Your transport has a engine?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Andrea, go on. Andrea Agudelo.
Your transport is a car?
Andrea Agudelo, Gerardo. Andrea
Excuse me.
Agudelo. Please raise your hand, Gerardo. Andrea Agudelo, what's your question?
Sí, yeah. this moment. Excuse me. This transportation is used in land or in air or water.
Okay. This transportation has in the air.
Okay.
All right, Sandra Cerón. Okay, Sandra Cerón.
What often do you use of transportation?
Excuse
How
me.
often? So, Sandra, can you please
How
repeat?
often? Sorry, teachers. How often do you use transportation?
Excuse me, I don't understand.
My question is about your frequency. Do you use or option transportation?
Yeah, this option, right, Sandra? This
Yes.
one.
This
Okay.
Excuse me, I don't.
How often, Nicolás? She's talking about
Okay.
the frequency.
A little. Oh, yes.
Not a lot? Not very often.
No.
Okay. All right. Hugo Ortiz.
It's a plane.
Yes.
All right. All right, Nico. Very good. Okay, guys. So that's okay. Here we have some things to take into account. Before we move on, thank you, Carlos, Gerardo, and Sandra Santa Maria. So we're going to move on. There are some things to check. So something easy and then all right. And put everybody in silence. Yes. So guys, something important here to take into account. Please remember what is the pronunciation for this word, guys. How do you pronounce this word?
Das.
Das. Yes.
Das.
Remember, it's no dos. It's no dos. It's das. Das. Okay. The pronunciation is das. Let's suppose this is the pronunciation. Actually, it should be like a vibration at the end, so that should be das. She does. All right. Das. No dos. And something else here. Something else here, guys. Is it possible to say this? Is this okay?
No, teacher.
What is the correction?
Can falta el pronombre.
No. Oh, no. Okay, so for example, is this okay?
No.
No.
What is the correction?
Can you go?
Can I
After the
can I do?
can work.
My question is this okay?
No, it is not.
No. Remember, we never say can to go. We say can go. All right? Can go. Can take. All right? Can take. Whatever. But we never say can to. Can to, no. Okay? We never use to. No with can. No with can. We say can take, can leave, can drive, etc., but never can to. And this is okay. Okay, let's check here. Your transport has an gene. But as a question, is this okay as a question?
No.
What is the problem? What is the correction?
Here's the verb.
Does your
transport.
Does your transport. I would say your mean of transport. Does your mean of transport
Have
an engine? Okay, so important here. If this is affirmative, it's fine. Okay, if this is affirmative, it's fine. As affirmative thing, it's fine. If it is affirmative, good. But as a question, we have to include does. Does it have? And have. Okay, so affirmative, yes, it has an engine. No, it doesn't have an engine if it's negative. But as a question, does and have. Does your mean of transport have an engine? And okay, let's use Nico. I'm going to call your name because you say it has in water, land, and air, for example. Okay, but here we have a problem with the word has. Nico, what is the correct word here? Do you know?
No.
No? Does anybody have an idea what word can we use here? Because has doesn't work.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't say it is in water. No.
It is.
No, I wouldn't say it is. It can be used, maybe. Well, why not? It can be used.
Or it works. It works.
I think the best option is it works. It works in water, land, and air. I think that's the best option. It works. All right. No, it has, but it works. Okay. And remember, it's not possible to say what often. Okay. What is the correct question here?
How often?
How? Yeah, we say how often. How often? Okay, blah, blah, blah. How often do you practice English? How often do you take this mean of transportation? How often do you play soccer, etc.? So instead of what, we say how. How often? Okay, do you guys have any questions or any problems with this topic? Gerardo, do you have a question? Mr. Villamil? Gerardo, a question? No? Carlos Mario, do you have a question? Gerardo? No?
No,
Carlos, do
teacher.
you have a question?
No, teacher, thank you.
All right. Sandra Cerón, do you have a question? Okay, Gerardo.
Sorry, teacher, no.
No? Okay. Sandra Santamaria, do you have a question?
Yes, I want to ask if in the first sentence I can say, can I go? Can I take?
In the first
Or
sentence?
Yes.
Yeah. No, this question mark is only to ask you if that was okay, but no, it's not a question. But yeah, actually the correct one is can I go? Can I go? Can I take?
Yes.
All right. Can I go? Can I go there?
Yes. Also, you wrote can go, can take. So it's right to say that?
If you use the correct elements, yes. For example, I can go to the park. You can take a bus.
Okay, yeah.
You can take a bus. Okay, my point here, Sandra, is that we can't use can to. That's my point.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
It's
I didn't write a sentence there, but my point in this first example is that it's not possible to say can to.
Yes.
All right, that's my point there. Okay. All right, guys. All right, no problem. And that's it. Okay, guys. So let's move on. We were practicing before with this activity of discovering the mean of transport. Nice questions. Nice questions. So then we have, guys, here we have, we're going to check something about the appearance, okay? I'm going to talk about appearance and you are going to talk about appearance, but we're going to talk about stereotypes, okie dokie? So I want you to tell me if you know or you have or you are familiar with the word stereotypes, okay? I wonder if you have any ideas or any definitions for the word stereotypes, okay? If you happen to have a definition, please raise your hand. Wait for me to call your name. I'm going to listen to some of your participations. Or if maybe you don't want to use the microphone, you can use the chat box as well. Remember, you can also use the chat box here in case you want to tell me what stereotypes are. Does anybody know what the word stereotypes mean? Have you ever been familiar with the word stereotypes? Okay, Mrs. Santa Maria.
Yes,
Go
and
on.
a stereotype is uh, the form, or it's the form of the appearance of someone or that you have in mind. It's a thing that you have in your mind. So when, for example, I am going to give an example. If you want to a doctor attend you in a hospital, you are waiting that is someone that is so clean, with any tattoo, with any piercing, for example.
Okay.
And if any doctor appears with a tattoo or a piercing or long hair, you won't like to that person attend you. Also a
Okay.
lawyer, you
All
hope
right.
a correct person.
All right. Sandra, just remember to say assist. No attend, but assist, okay?
Excuse me?
No attend, assist. Assist is like help. Attend is it's what you do in class. You attend the class.
Okay.
All right. And we also have here Mr. Patarroyo. Go on, Mr. Patarroyo. What's your idea of stereotypes? What is the meaning of a stereotype?
Hi, maybe it's for a concept that I have over a person without know him.
Okay. But what do you mean
Okay.
a concept you have of a person? Like, for example, with your partners, you don't know some of your partners, so you have some concepts about them? Carlos, can you hear me?
Sorry.
So
Can
you
you
say
repeat?
that it's an idea you have of a person that you don't know? That's your point?
Yes, before to know the person.
Before knowing the person. Okay. All right. So, Andrea, what about you? What's your idea of stereotypes? The other students, remember, you can also use the chat box if you want to mention what your idea of an stereotype is. You can also use the chat box, guys. So, Andrea, go on. What's your idea of an stereotype?
My opinion is stereotypes is the concept that you have a concept or opinion that you have of the person or group people group
a group of people
or a thing.
Okay. But is it's an opinion, but the opinion is always correct?
No, always.
Okay, all right. That's a very good point. All right, let's go with Ramiro Gutierrez. Go on, Ramiro.
It's a description to similar in many persons. In some
many
persons,
people?
sorry. In many people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, a description about his hair, physical characteristics. Characteristics, sorry, and he's made to act in situation, maybe in life, in your culture.
In your culture.
In your culture, sorry.
All right. Okay, good. It's related to culture. All right. And finally, John Castro, what do you think are stereotypes?
Teacher, for me, there are many stereotypes.
For example,
in physical type, but also in religion and I don't know in sexuality.
Okay,
I
right,
don't know
sexuality.
sexuality.
But can you give me an
It's
example?
different. Yes, example. The stereotypes in religion, their type, their types. I don't know, Muslims and Muslims and Catholics. They is different in personality and physical. For me, is my opinion. No.
So you think the difference between Catholics and Muslims is that the physical appearance is different?
Yes, and creencias. How do you say creencias?
Beliefs.
The beliefs. Okay.
Their beliefs.
Yes, is different.
Are different.
Yes, this is example. I don't know.
All right. Let me write the word beliefs in the chat box. Belief. All right, guys. So, yes, here we have some definitions for the stereotypes I would like you to see, okay? The first one is from the Merriam-Webster dictionary, okay? So, what is a stereotype, okay? For example, it says that it's an often unfair and untrue belief that many people have about all people or things with a particular characteristics, okay? For example, as Sandra Santamaria said, if you go to the doctor and you see your doctor has tattoos and maybe piercings, you think that he is not a serious person or that he cannot give you a good service because of that. Or, for example, now that John mentioned religions, we think that Muslims are very extremist people, okay? And Muslims believe that Catholics or Christians are liberal, that they do whatever they want. Those are usually stereotypes, okay? And here we have another definition, just in case you don't understand very well what stereotypes are. So they say that a stereotype is an idea or a set idea that people have about what someone or something is like, especially an idea that is wrong. That is something very important here, that sometimes with the stereotypes, that concept we have of people is usually wrong, okay? For example, I am going to give you here a common stereotype, okay? All right, this is an stereotype. Can you tell me or anybody, if you see this picture, what do you think about? Sandra Cerón, you wanted to say something. Go on, Sandra.
I think it's a man France.
Yeah, okay. Why? Why do you think that is a French man?
Maybe romantic.
Okay, we have the idea that French people are very romantic.
Yeah, but handsome.
Yeah, and we think that that is a stereotype, right? We always believe that French are romantic. What other ideas? Yes, Sandra, go on.
Maybe good lover.
Exactly, good lover. That's true. It's a stereotype.
What's
Okay.
a stereotype?
Yeah, okay. Mr. Rincon, you wanted to say something, Carlos.
The French people don't take a bath.
French people don't take baths. Okay, good. So you see two stereotypes. They are good lovers. They don't take a shower. John, do you have any other opinion?
No, teacher. For me, is
all right.
This is a stereotype in the imagine, but
the picture.
The picture, but in really is similar.
No.
They
That is a stereotype.
They are your hair is
my hair? Mine?
No,
their hair.
Their hair is brick. I don't know, remember the color.
Black?
No.
Blonde.
Blondes. But is the people cool with you? Do you speak with
with them?
Yes.
All right. Okay, guys. So here, do you have any other ideas, Nico? Nico, go on.
Yes, teacher. What are stereotypes? He.
With him.
He's artist.
Okay, good.
Sculptor or painter.
A painter. Maybe. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's a stereotype as well. Okay. And what do you think, Rocio Romero, Mrs. Romero?
Teach. For example, he likes bread.
Exactly.
He's a hungry man.
Okay.
For two bread.
Okay, because he has two baguettes.
Okay. Yeah. Two baguettes.
That's right. So, guys, this is an example of a stereotype. So, we believe that French people always wear striped t-shirts and berets. This is a beret, okay? This hat here, it's called a beret. So, in our minds, French people always wear a beret. We say, as Rocio just mentioned, they eat a lot of baguette, okay? But actually, that's not a stereotype. That's sort of true. And that they drink a lot of wine. We believe that French drink a lot of wine. and that they have a mustache. As you see in this picture, we believe that French people have a mustache. And that would be it. Guys, what other stereotypes do you know? Can you think of other stereotypes? For example, Sandrita Hernandez, what other stereotypes do you know? Are you familiarized with other stereotypes? Sandra Hernandez? No? Okay, Carlos Mario was going to say something. Go on, Carlos. What were you going to say?
I don't remember the cheese.
Okay.
The cheese is very hard, very
strong?
Yes, very strong.
You mean in France, right? Or okay.
In French. We in France.
Yes. Okay. All
right. I remember the Panther Pink,
Pink Panther.
Pink Panther. The inspector is French.
It's French.
Yes, is he used he wear
he wears
I don't know how do you say gaban. I don't know.
A coat. That's a coat.
A coat.
All right.
He speak is different in Spanish. Your speak is I don't know. It's complicated.
Yeah, the way they speak. Sorry, Rocio.
Your language, your pronunciation, the words.
My language, the teachers.
No. This is example.
Their language.
French people.
Their language. There. No, you. There. All right.
There. All right. Okay. Yes. Thank you.
All right. Okay, Sandra Serrano, go on.
I know two stereotypes. The French people.
From French people. Which ones?
Smell bad.
Okay. Right.
Smoke. But a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
But actually, you know that's not a stereotype. It's quite true. They smoke a lot. All right. Okay, very good, Sandra. So guys, what other stereotypes do you know? No French, but for example, in Colombia. Can you think of stereotypes in Colombia? We also have stereotypes in Colombia. You know, for example, so go on, Sandra Serrano. What stereotypes do you know from Colombian people?
We are happy.
Okay, we are always happy. Good.
We do a lot of parties.
Okay. Okay, good, Sandra. All right, Tatiana, what stereotypes do you remember or can you think about?
I think there are stereotypes in the professions.
For example,
the psychology. The people sometimes think that they don't have problems.
All right, that's a good one, huh? Yes, it's true. We think they solve their problems.
Yes.
All right, great, Tatiana. Sandra Santamaria.
For example, people who live in the coast. It's people who like party.
Okay. All right. All right, Sandra. Okay, what about Ramiro Gutierrez? Guys, can you hear me?
The people in other countries still think that Colombia is drugs, narcos, still think these bad things. But it's a stereotype, I think, that all Colombians drink coffee, maybe.
Okay.
Or drink aguardiente. That's is so many people, or all the kind of people still do that, but not all about. Not all of us, pardon. Not all of us in the country do that. This doesn't. Sorry.
All right. Okay, I get it. All right. And what about Lida Benitez? Lida, what's an stereotype we usually have? Can you hear me, Lida?
Yeah.
All right. Go on, Lida.
The people think that the Colombians women speak with accent, with Paisa accent.
Yes, it's true.
It's
but
more
that all
common.
Colombian women,
Yeah.
all Colombian women speak like with a paisa.
Yeah.
I agree, Leah. I agree. All right. What about Zaira? Hello, Zaira again. Zaira, can you hear me? Zaira. Go on, Zaira. Zaira.
Zaira.
Zaira, you can speak now. Yo creo que hay algo en tu micrófono. Ah, yes, ahí te escucho. Go on. Zaira. Hello. Zaira, say something. Say hello, my name is Zaira. Zaira, can you hear me? Zaira at 1. Zaira at 2. All right, Zaira. Or you can also use the chat box. Can you hear me, Zaira? Can you please confirm in the chat box if you can hear me? All right. And then we have Gerardo, go on. While Zaira checks what the problem with her microphone. Gerardo, go on. What's the stereotype you remember?
The people in Colombian is worker.
Are hard workers.
I had worker.
Okay, so in your opinion, that's an stereotype.
Yes.
Why? We are not hard workers?
Is common is common reference international.
It's an international common reference. Or is
Yes.
a common international reference. Okay. Okay, Carlos, go on, Mr. Rincon.
The people that live in coast don't like work.
Okay, yeah, that's a stereotype, right? Okay. All right. Carlos, remember to say live. Not live, but live.
Okay.
People who live in the coastal zone don't like to work. Okay. And then we have Hugo. Hugo, what's the idea you have? What's the stereotype you remember?
About tax driver are bad people.
Taxi drivers?
Tax drivers
All right, yes, I agree.
are bad people. They are going to charge you more.
All right, yes, and they are not going to pick you up.
Yeah.
That's true, that's true. Okay, Sandrita Hernandez, go on. What's the stereotype you remember?
Yes, the people is Colombia. We are kind and cozy.
Kind.
Kind.
And
And cozy.
And
cozy.
Cozy. Okay, yeah. Cozy is possible. Yeah, it's okay. All right. Yeah, people in Colombia, Sandrita. People in Colombia, no people is Colombian, but people, Colombian people are kind and cozy. All right.
Okay.
And then we have Rocio. Let's have Rocio, John Castro, and Hugo Ortiz, and we finish. Go on, Rocio.
Okay. For stereotypes of Colombian people love the coffee and to take coffee all times.
Okay, to drink coffee all the time. Okay. All right. Okay.
To drink coffee. Sorry. Take a drink. This is for example. Can you hear me?
Yes, but there is like a not good connection. Like I hear you, but like a robot. Is it only me, or you can also? Yeah. Now let's talk, Rocio. Go on.
Okay. Yes, I can hear you. Pues the coffee and to drink.
All right. Okay, Zaira, can you hear me? Let's try one more time, Zaira. ¿Me escuchas? Intentemos una última vez a ver qué pasa, Zaira. Can you hear me? Zaira, di algo. Di hello. I think there might be a... Zaira, go on. ¿O será pronto el volumen de tu micrófono? Algo pasa. I don't know what happened. Yo sé que tienes el micrófono activado, tienes el micrófono prendido, pero no te escucho. Maybe there's a problem there.
Sin embargo, toda la comunicación estaba entrecortada, no solamente la de Zaida.
¿Y conmigo también me escuchan cortado?
Y en mi caso sí, solo en mi caso, no sé los demás.
¿Los demás me escuchan
No,
cortado
señora.
también?
No, señora. Escucha bien.
No, it's
No,
good,
it's
teacher. I
Very
can
good.
Okay.
Also,
All right.
as well.
So maybe it's your connection, Gerardo. Can you hear me, Gerardo? Maybe it's your connection.
Yes, yes, sí.
All right. Okay, yes, sí. Okay, Gerardo. So, Zaira, maybe there's a problem with your microphone, Zaira. If we still have the problem, Zaira, we can use the chat box. But if there's no problem, maybe after the break, we can check what the problem is. All right, guys. So let's move on. Here we're gonna check a video. Okay, this video, it's not long. It's actually very, very short. It's like 1 minute, 30 seconds. They are going to show you some common stereotypes. So what's your mission? To mention examples. There are a lot of examples about stereotypes. So I hope to listen from you. If, for example, some of you haven't participated yet, for example, I think I haven't heard from Darío, I haven't heard from Paul Castro, I haven't heard yet about maybe Valeria, all right? So here in this video, you're going to see a lot of common stereotypes. So you might be familiar with some of them. You might recognize some of them, but some others you might not. So what's the idea? So watch the video and take notes, take some notes on what you can see from these stereotypes and make some sentences, right? Which ones did you know? Which ones you didn't know at all, okay? There is an example. The first example you will see from this video, it's about Sweden and Norway, okay? The countries in Europe. In Northern Europe, you have Sweden and Norway, which are two countries, and there is a stereotype that says that women from Sweden and Norway are tall, okay? That's a stereotype. So you will see a lot of them. Please take notes. And then you can participate even in the chat box or in the with your microphones, okay? The good news about this video is that there's no much voice. Let me share the audio, please. Wait a sec. So I'm going to share the audio because it's only pictures, okay? But please take notes. Maybe if you find a word you don't understand, you let me know. Is the instruction clear to everybody?
It is clear.
It is clear to everybody. If you happen to have questions or problems, I'm just going to repeat just in case. Remember, we're going to watch this video about stereotypes. It's only 1 minute, 24 seconds. Please take notes of the countries and the stereotypes. When we get the answers, when you participate giving the answers, remember to use sentences. No words like Sweden tall. No, let's use sentences to see what you can say about these stereotypes. Okie dokie. So please take notes and think about which of these stereotypes did you know and which ones you didn't know at all. Okay, here we go.
Thank you so much for everything. Thank you. I highly appreciate everything that you do. Hakuna Matata. For more awesome videos about languages and stereotypes, make sure to subscribe to this channel.
So what do you think, guys? Is it necessary to watch it one more time, or it's fine?
No, it's fine to me.
Yes.
It's fine.
One more? Okay, this is the last time. The last time then, Sandrita. There we go.
Okay.
Thank you so much for everything. Thank you. I highly appreciate everything that you do. Hakuna Matata. For more awesome videos about
Okie dokie. Okay? So I would like you to use the chat box, guys. Please use the chat box and tell me which ones, with at least one example you can remember about these stereotypes from the video. Even if you didn't agree with the stereotype, just mention in the chat box, which stereotypes do you know? Or which, sorry, not do you know, which stereotypes are mentioned in the video? Please type in the chat box. I will be listening or checking your answers in the chat box. Okay? Okay, all right. All right. But what is the stereotype in South Korea, Tatiana? What's the stereotype in South Korea? Please type it in the chat box. All right. What about the others? Yeah, okay. All right, Zaira. We're going to check, just check the answers, and then we go to correct some of the things there, all right? All right, go on. Okay, what other examples, guys? So, who else can think of other examples? Okay. All right, Gerardo. Sombreros. All right. Okay, Valeria, that's a good one. Pero Paul, ponme oraciones, Paul. No me pongas solo sushi. Acuérdate que será la instrucción, Paul Castro. Como ponme oraciones. ¿Qué quieres decir ahí con lo del sushi? ¿Qué querían decir ahí? All right. Okay, that's an stereotype, Dario. Okay. So what about the others? Okay, Rocio, don't live in Tanzania. Oh, people were okay. All right. All right. The men in Norway are Viking. Okay, Nicolas, that's a good one. Wait. Spanish are lazy. Okay, I didn't know either, Ramiro. That's new for me. Oh, I didn't think they were seen like that. It's vampiros, Sandrita. But vampiros is Spanish. Vampires, Sandrita. Russians love vodka. Okay, good. What other examples can we think about? Lida. Who else is missing there to participate? Oriental. I am not sure about any Orientals. Maybe Eastern. It's Eastern people. Canadian people are super polite. Okay, all right. So what about Sandra Serra? Ah, okay, Sandra Serrano is there. Sorry. Well, are polite and nice people. Okay. In Russia, he also drink other liquors. Okay, good. What other examples, guys? No, Paul Castro, no me corregiste el que tú hiciste. Acuérdate que está bien, pero no le pusiste como la oración, Paul. Ponlo en una oración. ¿Cómo lo dirías? Mr. Castro, how would you say that? Okay, Sushi's representative. Well, Australia is the land of kangaroos. Blonde and tall and thin. Okay. All right. The people Japan eat rice every day. Okay. All right. Any other examples? There are some people who haven't said anything yet. Do you remember the information, or is it necessary to can dance flamenco? In South Africa, you see animals all around the streets. Okay, that's a good one, Sandra. People from the US eat in McDonald's every time, all the time. Every time, all the time. We gotta check the difference between all and every. Eating McDonald's all the time, all right. So any other? There are good answers. The Tanzania, there live Zimba. Simba. Okay, yes, Simba, of course. Hakuna Matata. In Egypt, people moves in camels. Okay. All right. So, guys, let's check some of the answers here. If you still happen to have some other possibilities, please check the chat box just in case. We already have this one, which is about Sweden. We mentioned the one in Norway. All right, this is the one Sandrita mentioned. Someone said this one too. This is the one Paul Castro mentioned. It's this one missing too. This one too. You didn't mention this one, guys. The Czech Republic, Italy. This one is mentioned a lot. This one was mentioned by, I guess, Sandra. All right. One that you mentioned there. This is the one Tatiana, I guess, mentioned. Have you mentioned something about the movies? All right.
Thank you so much for everything.
There's the
Thank
one
you.
mentioned by you as well.
Appreciate everything that you do.
This one is mentioned by, I guess, was Dario or Ramiro, one of you. Mentioned by Joe Castro.
Awesome videos about language.
All right, guys. So let's check some of the answers here in order to check things. Okay. So based on your answers, let's check some things. Guys, I'm going to say something. If I place here your answer to show your partners, don't feel bad, okay? No se sientan mal si ponemos su respuesta por si hay algún error, okay? La verdad es que dejen de participar por eso. It's only to practice. We are learning and we are checking today the use of present simple and things like that, okay? Don't feel bad. It's okay. We are just checking the answers. And so, first of all, we have this answer here, guys. Something important to mention here. Let's see if you can check what the mistake is. So here we have this idea, which is actually, yes, an stereotype. We believe people from Germany are harsh. Here, remember to say German people, okay? German people. We never use the German people, but in general, we say German people, okay? There is a problem with the way we use the in English. It's not similar to the way we use the in Spanish. So normally we say German people are harsh, or people from Germany are harsh. Okay, guys? So we can say German people or people from Germany. Note the German. Or maybe what you can say, and it's possible, is the German, like it's talking about people, the German are harsh. That's possible, okay? If you happen to have questions or problem with this one, please let me know, all right? In South Korea, but Tatiana didn't mention the stereotype in South Korea. The American people is fat. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, at the end, I ask you, you ask me the questions. All right, no problem. Here we have this one, guys. Oh God. Guys, there is a little problem here. Can anybody identify the problem here? Well, there are two little problems. What are the problems there?
I think is are noise.
Exactly, that's the first one. Very important. When we use the word people, we always say are. Okay, maybe there is a problem with the translation to Spanish, because in Spanish we say la gente es, but in English we say people are, always. We always say people are. No people is, people are. People are, no people is. That's the first problem. And remember, again, we are not going to say the like this, right? So American people are fat. Okay, yes, I agree with that thing. And here we have another one, guys. Please wait a sec. All right, sorry, guys. So, and here we have this one. Oh, okay. So remember here, the first thing, remember, we are not going to say the Mexican. We can say the Mexican people, no. We say the Mexican, use a hat every time, but in this case, we are not going to say the Mexican, all right? We say Mexican people. And remember to capitalize M, Mexican people. And guys, we cannot use. In this case, we use a different verb. Does anybody remember what is the verb that we have to use with clothes? Exactly.
Wear.
No wear. Remember the pronunciation? Wear. Okay? We always use the word wear. Okay? Si yo digo wear, que no pronuncio en esa palabra.
¿Dónde?
No, Gerardo. The A, right? Hagan de cuenta que la E es muda. Entonces pronunciamos wear. Mexican people wear a hat. A hat. Every time is possible?
No, it's better always.
That's true. I agree. You can say always, or you can also say
all the time.
You can say exactly. So possibilities. Mexican people always wear a hat, or I'm going to write this as an option, okay? Or Mexican people wear a hat all the time. Okay? Two possibilities, but no every time, all the time. So remember the possibilities there, right? And so we say all the time. Here in red, we have the options. No es que toque usar Mexican people always wear a hat all the time. No. Mexican people always wear a hat, or Mexican people wear a hat all the time. Okay, those are the possibilities. Possibility, we can say always, or we can say all the time. Okay, no every time. Every time, no. That's not so good. And then we have in Spain lives lazy people. So this one, it's like a matter of order. How can we organize this idea, guys? Any ideas? Oh God, sorry, wait. Please wait a sec. Let's see. Here we are, guys. Sorry. So how can we organize this idea, guys? In Spain lives lazy people. Any ideas? How can we make this sentence a little better?
Lazy people lives in Spain.
That's much better. Yes, I agree. So lazy people lives in Spain. But there is another problem here. Can anybody identify the problem? Yes, no? So here we are not going to say leaves. Leaves, no. Live. Lazy people live in Spain because remember, in English, we consider people a plural word. So we don't say is or lives, we say live. Lazy people live in Spain. Okie dokie? Here we have straight through. Okay, lazy people live in Spain. That's true. And it says the Mexican wear hats. That's good, Gerardo. Poland in Ukraine. In Russia, drink vodka. Good example, John Castro. Mexican people wear sombreros. All right, that's the word there. Italian people do hand gesture when they talk. Good, Sandra Serrano. The Austrian landscapes are full of mountains. That's good, Valerio Villamizar. The England people drinks a lot, drinks all time some tea. So let's check here. How can we correct this sentence, guys? The England people drinks all the time some tea. How can we make it better, guys? Hello, hello.
England people.
Okay, the first one. Exactly. England people drinks tea. Drinks tea.
Only drink.
Yeah, first of all, drink. No drinks, right? But what is your opinion about England people? England people is possible?
People in England.
Okay, so possibilities, we can say English people.
English, okay.
English people or people from England.
British.
British is okay. It's perfect. People in England, people from England, people from England. Okay, but no England people, English people. And so English people drink, no drinks, drink tea, drink tea. Please wait a sec. Drink tea all the time. Not all time, all the time. Remember the word is all the time. Okay? So you can say English people drink tea all the time. People in England drink tea all the time. People from England drink tea all the time. Or as you say before, always, right? People Spanish is lazy and always late. Okay, so here remember we say Spanish people, not people Spanish, Sandra Hernandez, but Spanish people. Spanish people is or Spanish people are? What's your opinion, guys? Spanish people are, okay? Remember, people in English is plural, so people are. No people is, people are. Great. And, okay, here we have something to correct here. What would be the correction here, guys? What would be the correction there, guys? How can we make this sentence correct?
British loves tea.
Exactly. So we're going to say British, not Britannics, because that doesn't exist in English. We say British. British love or loves?
Love tea. Love without S.
Yes. And in this case, you can say the British. Aquí sí lo pueden usar. The British love tea. ¿Por qué? Porque no están usando el people. Entonces, the British love tea in general. So when we say the British, the German, the Colombians, etc., we use the. In that case, it's possible, but no Britannics. Britannics doesn't exist. We say British, okay? And let's see if there are other possibilities. All Indian movies finish with a dance, okay? In Australia, leaves the kangaroos. So here we have a problem with the order of the sentence, guys. How can we correct this sentence here? Okay, hold on. What would be the correct order here, guys?
Kangaroos live in Australia.
Exactly, it's the order, okay? ¿Cómo lo tenían? Está como en el orden que lo hacemos en español. So, kangaroos live in Australia. Is it possible, is it okay, this sentence? Opinions? Any questions or problems here? Exactly.
Live.
So no leaves.
Kangaroos live in
Live.
Australia.
Live. So kangaroos live in Australia. No leaves, live. No, in Australia live the kangaroos. No, kangaroos live in Australia. Okay, because sometimes we have the idea of like in Spanish, so it doesn't work like in Spanish. Timon y Pumbaa don't live in Tanzania. In Mexico, all people wear Mexican hats, all right? Everyone in Noruega, but no Noriega, Hugo, Norway, are blonde hair. Okay, here, let's check this one as well. What would be the correct sentence here, guys? Let's check. How can we correct here? So everyone in, what's the correct word here?
No, wait. Spell
Everyone.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So everyone in Norway. Everyone
where?
in
Norway people are blonde.
Where? No.
Maybe has.
Yes, but why has? Why has?
Has?
Have. Has or have?
No, have.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it could be both because the sentence is everyone, right? But I would say everyone has. No, actually, tú tienes razón. You're right. Everyone in Norway has blonde hair. Or maybe if you want to change it, you can say everyone. This is only one word, guys. Sorry. Everyone in Norway is blonde. Okay, so everyone has blonde hair or everyone is blonde. Okay, and let's finish here with the men in Norway are Vikings. So remember, Nicolas, the men in Norway or Norwegian men are Vikings. People in USA have problems with weight. Sandra, I don't know that Spaniards are lazy. The people Germany is harsh. So Sandrita Cerón, what's the correction here?
German people are harsh.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Okay. No German. No, it's okay. Don't worry. No Germany, but German people. The people Romani is vampiros. Sandrita Hernandez. The people Romani is vampiros. Sandra Hernandez, can you hear me? The people Romani is vampiros.
Yes, teacher.
So how can we make the correction?
The people, Romani, no. The people Romani are.
Okay. So where we're going to hear are vampiros, no, vampires.
Vampires.
But no people Romani. So people from Romania, right? No Romani.
Roman?
See, yeah, but no Romani. Look, we have oh God, Romania. Yes, people from Romania are vampires. Okay, Sandra.
Okay, teacher.
All right, and Russians. So remember, Sandra Santamaria. Russians love, no loves. Russians because it's plural. Love vodka. There is no traffic in Egypt to go to work. Okay. All Oriental people can fight or know martial arts. Okay, Dario. But I am not sure about Oriental, Dario. Can you please confirm in a dictionary if we can use Oriental? I guess it's Eastern people more than Oriental, Dario. I don't think Oriental is the word in English. Canadian people, so Zaira, Canadian people, not the Canadian people, but Canadian people without that. Sandra Serrano, is that true? Canadian people are very polite? Is it true in your opinion?
Yes, teacher. It's polite, very polite.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have this one, guys, before we finish. 1 minute more. Okay, here we have this one. Oh, God. In Poland and Russia, he also drinks other liquors. What's the problem here, guys? How can we make this sentence a little better?
The word he?
They.
Yeah. Okay, much better. We can say they They also drinks other liquors. Different to
Russian or Russian?
Is
Without
vodka.
S.
I would say, guys, if we keep it like this, I would say in Poland and Russia, but no they, I would say people. Also drinks.
Drink.
So drink. Right? In Poland and Russia, people also drink other liquors or other drinks. All right? And no drinks, only drink. Okay. And then we have in Japan, Suchi is representative. Well, okay, Paul, Australia is the land of kangaroos. South Africa, the wild animals walking in the street. So how can we make this thing better, guys? I'm talking, okay, first of all, here we have a question. Says Valeria Jensen, I have a question. If I am talking about places, for example, landscapes, I can say the Colombian landscapes or the I think the Colombian landscapes is okay, Valeria. The Colombian landscapes. I guess it's okay. Because you are being specific about the Colombian landscapes. That's why. Or the correct form is Colombian landscapes are beautiful. Let me check that one because it sounds weird to me, Valeria. The Colombian landscape sounds weird to me. I think it sounds better. Colombian landscapes are beautiful, but the Colombian landscapes. No, I think no, Valeria, no. I take my words. No, Colombian landscapes. No, the. No, the.
Okay,
all right.
thank you.
All right. And guys, so let's finish here with camels. Okay. All right. And let's finish with this one, guys. Hold on. All right. How can we correct this one? What's the problem here? John, what's the problem here?
South Africa. What? Okay. In South Africa is possible?
Okay, in South Africa.
The wild animals?
The wild animals.
Walk.
Okay, no walking.
Yes, walk.
In the streets. Yeah,
Yes.
no walking. No walking.
Yes.
All right. Okay, guys. So, I don't know if so far, do you have any questions about these corrections or mistakes? Do you have any questions or things to say about these mistakes, guys? Any questions? Here, I think there are two people raising their hands. Let's check who that is. Zaira? Okay. And Nico. Nico, you want to say something?
Teacher, my question is about the word.
Yeah, what word?
Everyone. What difference in between everyone and everything, everybody?
It's similar, Nico. They are synonyms. They are very similar. Maybe the difference, but in this case doesn't apply. It's that when you say everyone, you don't really know if that is correct. Like if everyone in this class is Colombian, we don't really know. But when you say everybody, that's a fact. But they are similar, Nico. Everyone and everybody is exactly the same thing.
Okay, teacher. Thanks.
They are synonyms. Okay. And I guess Zaira has a question too. Zaira, we still have problems with the microphone. Carlos Rincon, you want to say something?
No. It's clear.
It's fine. All right. Okay, guys. So we, as I told you before, the idea is to practice today based on this topic about stereotypes and things. We're going to check some vocabulary about descriptions, but before we do that, I want you to tell me some differences between the present simple and the present continuous. Actually, you mentioned some of these differences in your examples. If you noticed, all of your examples were using present simple, most of them, right? So remember that we use present simple to talk about habits or routines. Okay, we used present simple to talk about habits or routines. For example, we often watch DVDs on Fridays, right? And for example, another routine, we always have classes on Saturdays, or I take a bus every day, or etc. Okay, we use it for routines. And we use it as well, we use present simple for things that are always true or true for a long time. That things that are always true or true for a long time. For example, Eva works in the city center. Or Eva or Eva, in English we would say Eva. Eva works in the city center. Or things that we believe are true, like the stereotypes, they always go in present simple, right? Like Maria, Colombians drink a lot of coffee, okay? Or as one of you said, women in Colombia speak like paisas all the time. Or people in Japan love rice, okay? So when we talk about routines, when we talk about things that are always true or that we believe are true, we always use present simple. But guys, with the present continuous,
yes.
Good morning. Good morning, Zaira, can you hear me? Is that you? Por ahí alguien dijo buenos días.
Sí, fui yo, qué pena.
All right, Sandra.
Es que saludé aquí.
Okay, so when we use present continuous, guys, it's a little different because we don't talk about routines and we don't talk about things happening at the moment. Things that are true. We talk about things happening at the moment of speaking, okay? For example, okay, she can talk right now, she's cooking dinner. Okay, or right now, right at this moment, guys, you are studying English or you are having an English class. So that is something happening at the moment. Maybe not every day, but at this moment, you are doing that. Or in this moment, you are paying attention. You are paying attention, okay? So that's what we do with the present continuous, okay? Talking about activities at the moment. For example, a big difference in this moment, Mari is studying for exam at the moment, okay? Something that usually show us, guys, the difference between present simple and present continuous is the verb wear, okay? The verb wear, okay? Remember the verb wear, it's the one that we use for clothes, right? When we talk about clothes like jeans, sneakers, t-shirts, right? We use the word wear, okay? So do you remember what is the stereotype? Gerardo, do you remember what is the stereotype they mentioned in the video about Mexican people? Gerardo Villamil?
Yes, yes.
What is the stereotype about Mexican people?
Hard.
Okay, but make a sentence, please.
We're Mexican. We're hard.
Yeah, okay. Mexicans wear hats. Okay, Mexicans wear hats. Okay, that is a stereotype. So this is something we always think it's true. It's part of a repetition, part of something we do. But in this moment, for example, in this moment, okay, I can say in this moment of the day, 9:39, I'm not wearing a hat.
Okay.
All right. So as something we do every day, we use wear. Okay. But as something at the moment, we use ing. Okay. So, for example, guys, as part of your routine, do you usually wear jeans? Do you wear jeans every day? Please raise your hand. and tell me your answers. Raise your hand and tell me your answers. Do you wear jeans every day? Do you wear jeans every day? Do you wear jeans every day?
No.
No, I don't. So, for example, Gerardo don't. Okay.
I don't.
Okay, so Gerardo doesn't. Gerardo doesn't wear jeans every day. And in this moment, Gerardo, are you wearing jeans at the moment?
No.
No?
I am not wearing jeans.
Okay. I am not wearing jeans. Okay. So, guys, and what about the others? Do you have a different answer? Do you guys wear jeans every day? Sandra Santamaria, do you wear jeans every day? Sandra Santamaria? Your microphone is off, Sandra. Your microphone is off.
No, I don't wear jeans every day.
And today, right now?
Now I'm wearing a shirt.
Okay, a shirt. You're wearing shorts?
Yes.
Okay,
shorts?
Good. Yeah, shorts.
With S?
Yes, with an S. You mean shorts in the lowest part of your body, right? Or a shirt?
Little pants.
Yeah, shorts. With an S.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Lida, what about you? Mrs. Benitez? Lida, what about you? Your microphone is off, Lida. Please turn on your microphone.
I'm wearing, okay. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, Lida.
Teacher.
Go on.
Okay. I don't wear jeans every day. I'm wearing leggings.
Okay.
I'm wearing leggings right now.
Okay, very good. Excellent. All right, guys. So, for example, now that someone mentioned that in Colombia, people drink a lot of coffee, right? People drink a lot of coffee. So, do you usually drink coffee, guys? And in this moment, are you drinking coffee? In my case, I drink a lot of coffee. Okay, I drink a lot of coffee. Probably 4 or 5 cups of coffee every day. Okay. In this moment, if you can see my screen in the video, I am drinking coffee, right? As in this moment of my day, in this moment of the class, I am drinking coffee. Are you drinking coffee at the moment? Is anybody drinking coffee right now?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Drinking coffee now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
All
teacher,
right.
I am.
All right. Good, Sandra. All right. And what about the others? Okay. Well, okay. Doesn't surprise me, Gerardo. Okay. And I am not. Okay. Good. And do you usually drink coffee? Do you usually drink coffee, guys?
I don't like.
Yes, I usually.
Someone
drink.
says I don't like coffee. Who says I don't like coffee? Can you please who?
Tatiana.
Tatiana. You don't usually drink coffee?
I don't like coffee. Never. I never drink coffee.
Okay, good. Excellent, Tatiana. All right. What about Sandra Serrano? Sandra, do you usually drink coffee?
I usually drink coffee with milk.
Okay.
One cup of coffee.
1 cup.
1 cup of coffee. All day.
Okay. Every day.
Every day.
Or all day?
No, every day.
All right. All right.
One coffee with milk.
Okay.
In the morning.
Right. Okay. For breakfast.
Yes.
No more. No more coffee.
No more.
No more. That's it. Great.
No more
Good.
coffee.
Okay. Good. Any other answer, guys? Do you usually drink coffee? Are you caffeine addicts or not really?
In my case,
John?
before in my office,
I drink all day coffee. Now I drink tea all
Okay,
day.
good, good. All day or every day.
Mm, all day, all day.
All right, good, John. Nice answer. Okay, guys, so things to remember here, okay, when we talk about the difference between present simple and present continuous, guys, okay? For example, here, let's check. Here we have in dark blue, well, or in dark blue, we have present simple, and in light blue we have present continuous. Okay, so check the differences. Check the differences. In the first one, okay, for example, we use a time expression. That is usually. We usually have these expressions in time in present simple. Usually, often, never, always, quite often, okay? And in this case, we use a verb, okay, with S because it's Mario, but remember, if it's you, if it's I, if it's they, if it's we only say wear, okay? So Mario usually wears a jacket and tie, or I usually wear a jacket and tie. And check the difference with the present continuous. What are the extra elements in the present continuous? Does anybody identify? Sorry?
The bear.
ing.
So for
ing.
the ing, that's a very important element of present continuous, the ing. And there is another element that is extra here.
Verb to be.
The verb to be. That's very important, okay? And that makes the difference, okay? We say now he's wearing jeans and t-shirt, and Mario usually wears a jacket and tie, okay? And for example, in this case, if we use you, okay, similar thing, we are not going to use the S. Aquí no usamos S, recuérdenlo. You often wear a jacket and tie. Now you're wearing jeans and t-shirt, okay? So here we change the verb to be as well. Here we have S. Here we have are, okay? He is, you are. It is more common in spoken English to use the contractions. In spoken English, it's more common to use the contractions. He's wearing, you're wearing, okay? It's not wrong to say he is wearing, it's okay. But in spoken English, it's more common to say his, or you're wearing, okay? And if it's negative, guys, again, we're going to use some different things. So, for example, in this case, if it's present simple, what are we going to use to make negative sentences? Please raise your hand if you want to tell me. So, go on, Sandra. Sandra Serrano, you were going to say something, and I think I didn't ask you to speak, right? Sorry. Go on, Sandra Serrano. Sandra, your microphone is off.
No.
All right.
Excuse me.
Go on, Mrs. Serrano. What's the difference? What's the element we use in present simple to make negative ideas? Hello? Can you hear me? Really? In present simple?
Not.
What do we use in present simple to make negative ideas? Sandra Cerón.
Do not or
Like friend in present simple, do you use actually do or does?
You don't wear
T-shirt. Sorry.
So we use.
Yeah.
The pronunciation was
also does. It depends about person and when you present continuous, do you use verb to be and negative verbs and ing?
ing. Yeah, so for example, in this case, guys, we say doesn't, and don't. Remember the pronunciation doesn't and don't, okay? No doesn't, doesn't. Doesn't wear shorts, okay? Doesn't wear shorts. Or I don't wear jeans, I don't wear shirts, I don't wear skirts for present simple. For example, in my case, I don't wear skirts. I don't like skirts, so I don't wear skirts, okay? But for activities at the moment, we use isn't or aren't, right? Isn't or aren't, isn't or aren't. Okay, so in this moment, I am not wearing jeans. In this moment, I am not wearing jeans. I am not wearing sandals, okay? Probably you aren't wearing a tie today, okay? So the big difference for present simple, for routines, for things that are always true, we use don't or doesn't, okay? There is, okay, and finally, guys, we have the questions, okay? So remember in the questions, if it's present simple, we're going to use the auxiliary do or the auxiliary does. It depends on the person, right? So for example, what do you do, okay? What do you wear for work? What do you take to go to work? And if it's he, she, we're going to use does. What does Mary do? What does Gerardo do? Where does Sandra Cerón live? Where does Sandra Serrano live? Okay. And in this moment, again, we're going to use the verb to be. In this moment, for example, right now, what are you doing? What are you wearing? What are you eating? Okay. Where are you sitting? Etc. So depending on the sentence, we're going to use the auxiliary do and a verb. In this case, what do you do? Or in this case, what does Mary do? What does Mary do? Or if it's something we are doing at the moment, we are going to use are or is. What are you doing? What is she doing? Okay, I don't know if up to this moment, do you have any questions about this topic? Maybe something you didn't understand before and you would like to clarify now? Do you have any questions up to this moment about this topic? About
Teacher, can you?
Yes, I have questions.
Okay, please raise your hands. Sandra Santa Maria, what's your question?
I don't have clear what's the difference between present simple and present and in the negative form and more confused with the question form.
So you don't have you don't understand the difference between present simple in questions form
and in negative.
And in negative. Okay, so for the present simple in negative form, okay, we're gonna do it with an example in affirmative, okay? So usually I say, for example, guys, present simple, okay? Let me make it bigger here to make the explanation very quickly. All right, so for example, I say, I live in Bogota, right? That's the way we use it in the questions, in affirmative. So if I want to make it negative, the only thing I have to do is to add the negative form of present simple, which is simply don't. For example, I don't live in Cali, right? I live in Bogota, right? I live in Bogota. I don't live in Cali, right? And maybe what is confusing to you, it's the use of doesn't, right? For example, Sandra Cerón told me or told us last week that in this moment, Sandra Cerón lives in Cali. Sandra Cerón lives in Cali, right, Sandra? Well, I guess she can hear me. So in this case,
yes, teacher, I'm Cali.
Sandra lives in Cali, right? So when we make it negative, we change it and we say Sandra Cerón, we're going to say doesn't doesn't live in Cali. So what is the difference there, Sandra Santamaria? What's the difference? What changed? What changed in those two sentences?
When you said I don't live in Cali, you are speaking in first person and use don't.
That's right.
When you speak about Sandra Cerón, you speak in third person and use does, doesn't, and also put an is in the verb.
Yeah, but in affirmative. In affirmative. In negative, no. You see,
no,
affirmative.
Sandra Cerón doesn't live in Cali.
No, Sandra Cerón lives in Cali. Sandra Cerón doesn't live in Bogotá. Okay?
Okay, in Bogotá.
Yes, but in this case, we are not going to use the S. No S. Here, no S. No S. We are not going to use the S because we have the auxiliary. Right?
Okay.
We have the auxiliary doesn't, so we don't use the S. And the same happens in the question. So we say, does Sandra Cerón live? No lives, no lives, lives no. So we're going to make it here again like this. All right. Sandra Cerón doesn't live. Does she live in, let's say,
Cali.
In, yeah, for example, right? So does Sandra live in Santa Marta? Right? Okay, Sandra?
Yes.
Yeah. So whenever we use the auxiliary doesn't, we are not going to use the S. Okay? We are not going to use the S. If we don't use the auxiliary, we use the S. But if we use the auxiliary, no S. Okay? Is that clear to everybody? Is that clear to everybody?
Yes.
Yes, teacher. Yes, thank you.
If you happen to have questions, please let me know, okay? No problem.
Excuse me, if you said in first person, I live in Bogotá without S.
Yes.
If you speak in third person, you put and if you said Sandra Cerón lives in Cali with an S or not S.
Sandra Cerón lives in Cali. Look at the example. Can you see my screen?
Yes. No, yeah. Buenas, ¿cómo está?
Right?
Sandra Cerón doesn't live.
No,
okay.
doesn't
If you
live.
use the auxiliary.
Okay,
live, yes. If you use the auxiliary, you won't use S.
Exactly.
But if you don't use the auxiliary and you speak in third person, Sandra Cerón lives in Cali.
That's
you
right.
put the S. Okay.
Exactly. Right?
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Do you guys have any other questions in terms of that? Still, we're going to practice a little bit more after the break. So let's take the break right now. We're going to be on break during 30 minutes, okay? We're going to be on break from break, okay? So that you have the time to go and eat something and have breakfast. So we're going to be on break from 10 o'clock to 10:30. Is that okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Teacher.
See you in, yes? All right. See you in, Sandra Serrano, you have a question?
Yes, teacher, but I don't know if after break.
Yeah, but you know what? Let's not forget the question. Type the question in the chat box, okay? So that we don't forget about the question. If you have questions, take these 30 minutes while you drink your coffee and you eat your breakfast and think about the questions. Bring the questions after the break. Okay, dokie?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, guys. See you in 30 minutes.
Thank you.
Teacher.
Bye-bye.
Diana.